Hey guys, WCCC here today. There's a very high probability that you're going to have to do this through YouTube, and I've likely linked it with the post and possibly pointed out the post with a cartoon or something. Contemplating it at this point. Nothing's happened yet. Tell future me a good job if you manage to actually upload this successfully. ModDB is having another fit of video upload issues. It's likely either my codec, server issues, or something with scripting. And none of those really make sense alone, but, you know, I do enough work on Hatchet to say I'm used to really weird problems that make no sense on my end. I'm sure the guys at ModDB have their own. And we're at the firing range. We've made a couple changes in light of some things. We added some interesting little boxes for shooting. Quick fire of the weapon right there. Hit the boxes, actually, they have a managed damage threshold to not get shattered from buckshot or other pellets, but they will break from higher class projectiles. I'm just going to shoot one of them selfishly. Oh, interesting. I don't know how much damage this gun is doing. Apparently not enough. Fascinating. In any case, yeah, we got that all set up. In fact, those may actually be invincible. Pretty sure they're actually invincible, come to think of it, because I set them to be based, and that usually involves invincibility to my knowledge. I mightn't do that for the test. Yeah, it was just some stuff with lighting, in case you wanted to do lower visibility testing. And otherwise, we filled in some missing recipes and items, particularly the NP7 and its according ammo recipe. But we were here today to test out the 12-gauge shotgun. What? We already did a 12-gauge shotgun. Well, yes, there's a second 12-gauge shotgun. Particularly, this is the assault shotgun, which I kind of laughed after I finished with the pickup, and I realized this beared a lot of resemblance to the Deus Ex assault shotgun. In fact, I'm going to show one just for reference. Now, you look at that, you have like your drum you put your hand in, which is kind of unique. A very minimalist stock, if you would even want to call that a stock. Your barrel up front and kind of carry handle. Carry handle, drum magazine. It's definitely a lot of stuff, but it is a retract or a small scale stock as well. In any case, yeah, so we have our 3 shotguns now, and this is the complete line of shotguns we have intended to create. So what we have is we have our compact shotgun, the 12GC, which only holds 3 shots a clip, and I recently made a change so the low quality version wouldn't get ripped off its ability to hold 3, because that is 3 including 1 in the chamber. It is a very small shotgun, and if you are not loading rounds in the chamber, you are selling yourself very short with the weapon. We had rapid reload speeds, good focus speed, very cheap part composition, very low tier, easy to craft. Have the 10-gauge shotgun, which is above that in crafting skill and tier. Higher punch shells, tighter spread, has iron sights that actually do better when you're shooting with slugs, and has a 4, 5, or 6 shot tube depending on the quality of the weapon. And there's that, and then we have the assault shotgun, which I believe has made it maybe 1 or 2 appearances before, but unmatched in being fired by NPCs almost exclusively, if not completely exclusively. So yeah, we got this guy. And I will say right now, I'm about to do some field testing after we're done here at the range. And I may have a little issue with that because I have mutilated my hands meshing this thing. About a day's time, I sat down, we're talking 15 sequences, 2 separate meshes for the belt, that's the overlay, and the main weapon itself, and 108 frames. So I had to go through working out bugs and kinks and animations and all this crap. Oh, jeez, just to get this done. And, you know, I've coded long enough in a straight marathon of just absolute in the zone to wear my hands tired. The hours in a row I spent doing two-handed movements over my keyboard has probably given me some small measure of repetitive motion injury, which is also a new one by me. So that was fun. Yeah. In any case, hotkeyed some ammo to our belt, so we're gonna just load these guys up. I was also gonna give it a history lesson, but I might do that later. Frankly put, and you know sometimes the rotisserie and the belt is a little screwy. Actually, it's about as accurate as it gets on our side, but particularly when doing semi-automatic or reloading. Oh god, why am I pointing this out? You try to do 180, but then afterwards you go to the still frame animation, which is 360 only, or, 0 if you didn't rotate it at all. So half rotations with the cylindrical scoop make it reset in a very scrambly motion. It's legitimate, and it could be worse, but frankly put, the way the engine handles vertex animation will not allow us to visualize this to our flawless, sexy dream. But it's pretty close, and if we can think of a really great cheat other than saturating it with lots of multiple times more frames, which is a load of bullshit, might I quickly point out, there's no real solution we can see for that. And like I said, it's good enough, I think, so I'm okay with this. Okay, we got incendiaries loaded, which are simply wonderful. I'm going to go quickly do some frame setting. Box all be invincible false. Fuck. Ugh. Okay, right, I think we have that handled. Now the box should be working properly if I do some slug shooting later. But yeah, I'll just go through it real quick. And this is a shotgun. This is pellet spirit, can't even focus it. Actually, I have a slower rotating fire rhythm. Just kind of bad with the lower quality model. And they have higher recoil and a larger spread. Shotguns are very dependent on quality. Holy crap, how did I just do that? I should know that was incendiary. It's cool physics, I guess, in action. And it's not going to burn because the fire is below the necessary damage threshold. But oh man, this is funny. Oh geez, here we go again. Yeah, it's going to happen. Oh no, it burned. It burned. Whew. I should build a flammability on that later. It's kind of funny because I would kind of set this up in inspiration of, if you guys do YouTube with a lot with guns, Hickok 45, he did like a cinder block test with some, I think it was like a 2-liter backed black cinder blocks, and he fired out with an AK with tracers. And he had some shrubbery lying around, and he was accidentally lighting that on fire, just a little bit, with his tracers. So that's really ironic, but maybe just realistic to some degree. I don't know, it shows how much we're doing to try and keep realistic reactions in this world. Yeah, medium quality. I'm going to try and aim low so I don't light anything else on fire. You notice, we're getting more on target. The last one, I'm hitting that back wall. This one, much closer. Now look at this. This is wonderful. I'm just rushing through this because we got a lot to do today. Beautiful. That was actually almost completely on target, or at least on wood. And yeah, so we can go through this with our flechette rounds. I made a very prominent point of actually making 10 of every type of ammunition, which, might I say, for incendiary tracers is absolute highway robbery due to how incredibly deadly incendiary is and how nerfed it has been in cost as a result. I think that's just good balancing. The last thing you want is an assault shotgun with incendiary that kills everything for a weapon that spams and kills everything. We balance both the ends of the weapon and the ammo to try and make them practical, powerful, but not completely perfect. So I'm sure you're noticing this isn't exactly an agile weapon. So you notice now with flechette we're actually getting a bit more on target, actually, which is wonderful. That was actually mostly on target from the low quality model, which is like a first. Whew, I'm just leaving shells over the floor today, aren't I? Wow, I stopped looking at the floor. I should... Yeah, I have too many polys on screen. Interesting. This is kind of a high setup that should naturally occur, but these shells, not quite as limited as they should be. And the drums, FO high poly. No, this is like great. This is just perfectly on target almost. And that's just great. Yeah, they go from high quality. Look at that. That's just all in center mass. In fact, that's almost completely paper right now. That's great. In fact, next up is going to be armor piercing and incendiaries. So slug testing. Thing to note, this gun actually was originally going to have iron sights, but after reviewing the kind of thoughts behind it, what supposedly leads to its inception, I realized that someone trying to jury-rig this weapon and put in all the stuff, they wouldn't want iron sights on this kind of jury-rig weapon, which we have many of, might I say. And that's just kind of common sense. Like, you don't need fancy sights on a shotgun. Most shotguns will not have actual sights on them. Oh wow, just look at that. Caught of accuracy. Yeah, we're not getting anything, are we? Miss, miss, miss. I could target if that counts. Wow. I almost shot the first target, aiming for the second. So, there we go. We have all that. We fired 7 shots at 7 targets. Missed every single one. Just sit. Focus our aim. A little bit of reticle movement. 1. Beautiful. Direct hit. 2. 3. Oh, wow. No, I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to take all these targets away. Actually, yep. Not all of them. That's not bad. Just do some imaginary target shooting with this one, I guess. Whew. It's not expected to be that accurate. At least at close, well, close range, you know. Shotgun domain. That should be logical. I'm sure I'm rambling a bit here. It's been a little too long since I've done one of these, which I mean like maybe a week or two, but I had time to review over it because it didn't upload correctly. Beautiful. You know, so that's just in the bag, and I think I'll just troll this real quick for the holes. There we go. Mission accomplished. Right, so I'm actually going to throw out these other quality models. So I'm just going to use the standard quality model. Oh, crap, it's a lot of shells. I'm surprised this is not getting automatically cleaned up. We have a system in place for cleaning that stuff up. It's not cleaned up for whatever reason. Fascinating. So I guess we're going to go somewhere that's good for shotguns. And we're going to pick out our favorite ammos here. We're just going to bind these to our belts. Standard ammunition, great. AP high val, personal favorite. Flechette high val, absolutely wonderful. And maybe Flechette incendiary, AP incendiary, because those are wonderful. Alright, just gonna load this guy. Make sure he's on burst. Oh, he wasn't. Interesting. Right. I don't think we're gonna get the opportune ammo switchings like we were with our other weaponry, like the 12 gauge. I think I was going around with a couple videos, and I was just shooting stuff, switching ammo, because it's got that fast load and the single shell, so you can just load one, done. This is magazine fed, and in fact, I'm pretty much considering nerfing the reload time on this, because this gun is just absolutely nothing to be screwed with. It is a wrecking ball on steroids, propelled by a rocket with a lot of explosive strapped to it. It's pretty dangerous, which is what it's meant to be, but it'll probably be played similar a little more endgame, so that'll be nice. In fact, it's not a completely reckless spam can, and it has its balancing points as far as costs and crafting. Should probably actually make sure once, way in the future, we're done with hatchet here, this won't be a looming overpowered weapon from hell, because, let's face it, that would totally just happen. Just bam, it would happen. Interesting. Silo, I think that's it. Alrighty, so we're going to go to the missile silo. We don't have anything going, so we're just going to find standard guys with this very, very concerning weapon.
The security code we have is 8456.
It's in the area, there we go.
Trivia from our days at Area 51. I doubt it still works.
Sniper in the mess, I'm going to aim for this punk. Oh hey, I got him second shot, that was good. Let's see, Piercing high velocity. Yeah, I'll probably go through a lot of these. I get a fight with robots. Oh wow, interesting. Yeah, we don't have stopping power. Slugs, I admit, although not quite as good. And obviously not including the rubber slugs. I'm using them to punch through doors. Not as good as door breaching shotgun ammunition for the 10 gauge. But pretty decent. Yeah, so I guess while we're out here shooting stuff up, I can do my history lesson of sorts. We have an interesting weapon here. Of course, it has a very unorthodox design. I mean, it's a street sweeper, which are already a relatively kind of a rare design. And it's got like a short barrel, carry handle, all that stuff. Obviously, very rigged in nature. that's not saying much. But what is kind of saying much to its own degree
Howard Strong.
is that it has the rotating scoop. So why the rotating scoop, and why the really screwy drum? You guys can't see all of this screwiness, but that I'm just gonna empty my mag going on the floor here. So you notice it has this large protruding bit and a opening hatch. It's a key on the magazine. The idea is it's a square-shaped key. You fit it in next somewhere around the side of the receiver. There's a key that goes into that key that's in the receiver that unlocks the hatch, reveals the belt. The belt is then thrown on the right-hand side over into the end of the scoop, and then use the foregrip / pump combo to do a 180 rotation and prime the first shot. From there, it uses kind of a recoil-ish powered system to do a rotisserie motion that ejects and loads it at the same, with the same motion. Just kind of nice. We're getting jumped at longer range. I'm not gonna hit crap, so I'm gonna load some Pochette. High level too, because these guys are playing. Yeah, see, this is exactly why the armor system was invented in Hatchet, is because you should not be able to fight armed military and just mow them down with a shotgun like this. Body armor is very much the arch enemy of pellet sprint shotguns, and even slugs don't compensate as perfectly as you might hope. That's kind of its thing. Interesting. Yeah, so we gotta do next go snipe some robots, but the rotisserie design was kind of interesting, and I'm not entirely sure how practical it would be in reality, but it's very much inspired by the ModDB Browning 50 cal M2 / minigun, which share a lot of similarities. In fact, the minigun, a very popular weapon these days in video games, is based partially off the Browning. The Browning used like an in and out motion to simultaneously load and eject cartridges in a reliable and pretty to the point way. It was kind of nice, especially at the time.
Watch yourself.
Yeah, so you have your in and out motion at the same time, which is also used by the minigun on a larger scale with, usually your spinning motion. So that was kind of one of the things that made the ModDB so reliable. So here we have the jury-rigged weapon. Auto shotgun, definitely your state-of-the-art stuff. Ooh, wow, I'm getting boxed in here. No, don't play stealth. I'm not going to fight these robots. They will kill me. Even with sniping advantage, AP high-vel slug, anything else in the picture, they will probably kill me. When will they? I think I'm hitting that car, actually. Interesting. One missing by a hair. Holy crap. So yeah, it's a jury-rigged weapon. Of course, we have a lot of these going on. It allows us to kind of breathe our own life into these families of weaponry. And at the same time, it goes well with the crafting system. Maybe it's enough at the universe we're still kind of working on. So, from that, the kind of ModDB inspired design was kind of the jury-rigged solution for its blueprint. We're dealing with its otherwise problematic cycling and stuff, I'm sure. Especially if you are not making these out of prime materials, which we are not, might I remind you. These weapons have lifetimes measurable in triple digits. So there's, that. So realistic weapons have lifespans in 4 or 5 digits that they can go without repair. These, particularly more like cleaning than repair. This is kind of very contrast to that. And it's perfectly done because if you had like a gun, like a handgun that could last for 10,000 rounds, you would never even deplete that in your lifetime playing Hatchet. So we want to make sure durability actually has a purpose other than ridiculousness. And we want to make sure that at the same time, it kind of fits with the crappy design of the weapon. It's what it is. It's just plain and simple. I hate MIB. Okay, so we're gonna go through here. Well, these guys have some incendiary because I hate them so much. They're annoying punks, and I did not bring medkits. I'm gonna try to stop myself from cheating and summoning medkits. But either way, It's kind of the counteracting system here. Oh, crap. Yeah, well, it was immune to incendiary, it just didn't matter. It's like a nice tungsten slug hitting him in the face for, about the same momentum for an entire pellet spread. Yeah, he's dead now. The dude did these things. Oh, it's better. Oh, wow. Stealthy infiltration. Just kidding. This guy was probably incredibly loud. I know it's always moderately loud, but on the plus side, at least it didn't load with exploding ammunition. For more reasons than one. Before we had the actual ammo crafting in place, I used to mess around and make explosive 10 gauge ammo I was testing with. Back in a default sawed-off shotgun. And holy crap, you would have a 14, maybe even 18 pellet spread of exploding pellets, and each would make their own explosion sound. Didn't get the idea that that was deafening at close range. It was, in fact, I'm amazed I blew up my speakers. Okay. So, there's that. But there's also the aspect that explosive ammunition is really, really loud. Oh, wow. You tested the right fire. I forgot that. So far, so good. And I actually like this gun better than I thought I would when it came out. I had a lot of doubts, and I worked myself to the bone making it. Kind of rushed it, honestly. Well, I did it in a small time frame, but I did not rush it. I have checked this just as much as I am all my quality work these days. So that's kind of a pain. But this is the reason it is the second to last gun we have to do, which is now, it's off the list, and we have one last one. The double 50 sniper rifle. That will be probably equally strenuous and more fun than this. Forgot that the one makes you giggle. So yeah, we're gonna have the 50 cal. So this was a pain in the model, and I knew that, and I postponed it for this reason. This is the exact blood, sweat, tears, and 50 metric tons of profanity goes into the crafting for I do it because I want it. Oh man, alright. So I guess that concludes today's performance. You guys got missiled in the face. Yeah, I think it was actually a body shot. I was about half dead my torso. Hope you all got a kick out of this. Hope it was fun. And hopefully I can upload this. Otherwise, you're going to do the YouTube redirect, which I really hate to have to do, but fortunately their system has proven to be more reliable on average than ModDB's. And I'm sure it's definitely a difference in funding. I have to wonder sometimes how they keep ModDB running. And YouTube, we all know, is a $1 jillion profit. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope this wasn't too boring listening to me ramble, and hope you enjoyed the weapon. See you guys next time.